welcome to Shot on Shots. Yes, we are here. We talk about things that face millennials, blah, blah, blah. You've been watching the previous episodes. You know what this is about. Yes. So, starting off, what I'm thankful for, I'm actually thankful for health. I was really worried that I was sick, and I'm glad that I'm not, but I have to take medications for a while. So guys.
You're kind of sick.
Yeah.
Ill. I think ill is a better word than sick.
Ill. I hate ill because on my phone, you always adjust so ill. It's so annoying. But that's by the way, guys.
I thought she was going to say I hate ill because.
In conclusion, I think I won't be drinking today, guys, because I'm on medication. You know we have to.
Maybe because of my calculations always say no.
But yeah, you guys are probably taking shots on my behalf. I think I'll delegate between Leke and Kale if you guys will take
What do you mean between?
I don't know, but let's do this. Shots, guys, for Kumi's health.
You're not feeling
Okay, so I'm taking Kumi's first shot.
Yes.
Cheers.
I'm going to do this.
Jesus, cheese name.
Where's your blood? Oh.
Can we have this shot,
Already had
please?
it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's go, guys.
First.
Okay.
Done. That's a good
Great. Done. I love that drink.
You didn't have it, darling.
Girl, I'm in spirit. All right. So what we're talking about today, we're saying is age a determinant for readiness in marriage? So like.
Is age a determinant for marriage?
Yes. So guys.
Well.
I feel like we're so perfect to discuss this because like.
We're so perfect.
Yeah, like we're perfect for this. Like
we're perfect for this. Why?
Because I mean, everybody here is in different ages, and we all face these things of aunties telling me, "Oh, you're working, you're done with school, you should get married."
Yeah, I think age is a determining factor. I just wanted to say that.
You think
No, it
so?
is. But like not as much as people think it is. For example, it shouldn't be that. Oh, this.
Bro, is it or is it not?
Exactly.
No, this is
it is, but I don't think it really is.
No, it is because
the second question is it right to put a certain age? That's a different question.
No,
if you just say age,
it is.
But for readiness for marriage.
But I think let's backtrack a little bit. Now, what makes you ready for marriage? Should be one of the questions.
Yeah, no, even before that.
And is age a determinant for sense? Some people are old.
So that is what you're saying. What you're saying now is that sense. No, what she's saying now is that sense is a determinant for marriage.
That's my own.
Yeah.
I
So
I think sense don't with age.
The older you are, the more sensible you are. It is. No, the older you are, the more sensible.
That's what people assume.
That's what you
Hold on, let me finish.
And young people are always quick to say that.
Okay, yeah.
No, the older you are, the more sensible.
I think it's not age. I think it's experience.
I just said mindset.
No, like the older you are, the more sensible
experienced.
you are. But it's not directly
I think I'll go
proportional
with
across
mindset.
other
The experience is
people.
what's going to
Okay.
shape.
It doesn't mean
Yeah,
like this
exactly.
15-year-old.
mindset.
Okay, hold on. Question.
But for a 15-year-old that's been through a lot, right?
Okay.
The way you will see life is different from a 30-year-old.
Not necessarily.
Okay, you guys,
Not
wait,
necessarily.
chill. Let's come back.
Obviously,
I think,
the way you see life would
Would
be
you
different
just
from
hold
you.
on
let's
and
just come back. Let's just
Shut
come
up.
back, okay? I think the first question is, at what age do you think a lady or a guy is ready for marriage? I think we should start with that,
Oh, no,
right?
I don't
What
think
what
that's
do you
a
think?
factor.
No, what
You
do
know, I
you
don't really
think?
like the question.
What
You know, I don't really
exactly?
like the question.
Because
when
there's
you
so
say
many
ready
people
for
that
marriage,
do.
it just sounds like ING.
Exactly.
Ready for marriage just sounds
Ready
like,
for
okay,
marriage.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
the
you
father.
agree.
This is
You are ready
my
for
wife.
marriage when you find the
I'm
right
ready
person.
for marriage.
That's
I'm
what it sounds like to me.
And
I'm
your
not saying
mindset
that.
I
is
feel
right.
My question, my own is,
marriage.
yeah, sorry, I feel like for you to answer whether marriage, age is a determinant, right? You need to say, okay, I think for ladies,
At
you should be
this
at least
age,
24, you should be 25, you should be
At this
27.
age, maybe
Because
your
at this
mindset should
age,
have been like.
a certain
It's a
level.
tough one for me because I like the way you interpreted the question. Because when I did initially, I was just going like, okay, age. But the truth is, in terms of
Sense.
yeah,
maturity.
20,
Don't say sense.
I can't
Sense
just
is
say
sense.
22 when
Yeah.
I know that
I
there's
want to make it as
well,
big
at
as
the age of 22,
You're
they're
saying-
smarter than some girls are.
Yeah, so you,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I want to draw a scenario for you guys. So I've been in a similar situation. I've dated a guy that was younger than me, 2.5 years younger. Sweetest guy I've ever dated.
Oh.
To be honest, like till tomorrow, I still think he's a sweet guy. He's with somebody else now, and I'm so happy for him.
Okay.
I felt a bit insecure about the fact that I was older, even though like his family, nobody had a problem with it, but I had a problem
Well, his
with
family
it.
knew.
Yeah, his family, his mom was a Swedish. She used to call me on my birthday and
She
stuff.
know you're
Like,
older.
yeah, she knew I was older.
Okay.
She was just and he was the first child. You know, they were just amazing people, to be honest.
Wow.
I've dated someone I later on dated because I thought, oh my god, I need someone older. I dated someone
I need
who
more-
was
we need more families.
like 10
Yeah.
years. I dated someone who was almost 10 years older than me. And trust me, guys, this guy was the most basic, simple thing ever.
Scum, man.
So, do you know what I mean? Like,
Why did you know that?
As in,
Basic simple thing, I swear, I wasn't even thinking
as
of
in,
it. My man was quite a deep
as
himself.
in, she
basic,
just.
simple thing. So at the end of the day,
Well,
you'll
his
be
age again.
exactly that you're old like that and you don't have sense.
Same, but down.
And you know what I mean? Like, the way, you know, sometimes you ask these questions like, what are the things like a man is supposed to know?
Yeah.
For example, you're dating someone now. Some things are just basic. Like, you need to check on your woman. Like, you don't listen to external factors in your relationship. Things like that are kind of just basic, right? Communication is important.
But the reason why I'm not gonna go all the way.
Like
People have,
that deep.
people have different.
Yeah, people have different things that they want.
people have
Exactly.
different
But
I feel like there's still
differently.
basic requirements.
They're
to every
just
relationship.
basic,
No,
right?
yes,
And sometimes
every-
if a certain person doesn't match what you want, you know, when you look at a mirror, you don't see a perfect image.
Yeah.
No, I get
So
that.
if
No, no,
if you're not perfect, you can't expect someone to be perfect.
No, it's
That's
not
why-
perfect.
You're not understanding.
What I'm saying is you can just be a bit more patient. That's my
Hold on.
point.
What
That
Fumi is
patience-
trying
For the
to
person
say
to try and
is,
change.
hold on, what
Yeah.
Fumi is trying to say is that there are basic things you need in a relationship. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And the number one being communication. Because
Yeah.
like, if there's no communication, like what
How would you even know what I
do
like?
you get?
Yes.
Then
So
it can
I-
be improved.
Okay,
I'm
you
not
guys-
just saying you have to always.
And you know, there's one thing that people say that I've noticed with people. Sometimes you complain about something the first time. The person probably, like you said, patience. You're cutting the person some slack the first time, second time, third time. If you have to repeat yourself like 10 times, to be honest, is that person is dumb, stupid, or deaf?
Or the
Or
person
doesn't just give a shit about you?
No.
The person is
Or the
just
person-
not really into
yeah.
communication.
Or the person
That's
just
the
can't
thing.
do what you're asking.
You have to be really
Yeah.
into communication to be in a relationship because you
Yeah.
always
With
have to.
certain people.
You have
You always
No,
have
you
to.
always
be-
have to-
Go
I
to
feel
a
like-
seminary and be alone then if you don't want to communicate.
Wow,
I think that's
shots
harsh.
to
And
that.
no, I don't know if you guys want to do that.
Yeah, guys. Shots. No, guys. If you
No,
don't
like,
communicate
why
with
you
Jesus,
do
go to the
short
seminary.
advocate?
No,
You're
yeah.
not drinking.
You know that's why I'm doing shots and not doing
Oh,
this.
thanks for that. Please, I don't want you to talk
About
about
shots.
Shots, guys. Stop
because you
it.
chickened out.
Wow.
But to be
Okay,
fair,
fine.
like, you guys were still talking.
But you guys, I think okay. So I feel like
Vicky,
from
you
what
can
we
have this
said
one.
now
What
is
is it? You
that
can have her shorts instead.
No,
You didn't even feel her
I already
class.
said it from
okay.
scratch. I
Bye,
didn't
guys.
feel like
So I think for what you said now, we've established
Stop
that
touching my cup, maybe.
Can we just have this shot first?
shots, guys. All right, good. So I feel like what we're saying that communication, being able to communicate properly, effectively, is
One of the key things.
determinant of marriage.
Wait, you
So I think
like,
hold
no,
on.
you guys,
Wait,
you are
wait,
shifting
wait,
away
wait,
from
no,
the
hold
topic.
on.
You are shifting away from the
No,
topic.
let's not come with age.
Oh,
Please come
calm
back
down,
to the
calm
debate.
down.
I like your question.
I want to say, wait,
I like your question.
Wait, hold on. I want to
really
say something,
doesn't.
right?
Go on.
Right. So what I'm saying is that to determine whether age is a factor, I feel like we need to talk about all the other things that show that you're ready for marriage financially. Because you guys are just talking about relationship. We're good. But what if he can't afford to rent a house? Where are you guys going to live? Are you going to live in his parents' house? Does he have a job? Can he save? Like, these are other things that we
But it depends- at the
because
time-
it's not about
But do
at
you know
what
that-
age do you have all
I think
the
it's
But
the reason
let
why
me-
you guys
but
are
let me
getting
just-
married again.
This is why
There are different reasons people get married, to be honest. Like, if you want to have children, then that's a huge deal.
some men will
Immediately.
never know how to
Wait,
save.
calm down. Like,
Even
people
when they're
actually get
old.
married just to have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Like,
get
a
married
lot
just
of
to have
ladies.
kids.
A lot of ladies.
Especially when they're
But
old.
To be honest,
Especially
it's
when
not
they're older,
perfect
yeah.
to think like that.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot
Yeah.
of
because
people
we're
get
already
married just
very
for kids.
programmed to believe that we're supposed to bring another generation in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like,
it's
for
not.
me,
If you're
when
getting
I get married, I doubt I'm going to be having kids immediately.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I
Wait,
think
wait,
it's
wait,
one
wait,
of
My
the
wife
things
and I are going
that
to
we-
ball
But
for
at the end of the day,
years.
No,
Like,
yes, calm
I'm
down.
not joking.
Even at the age
Eventually,
they
yeah.
are
There's
married.
the
Like-
biological clock, guys.
Exactly.
Yes,
Like,
that is why I said
your ends are
that is
finishing
pretty
everywhere.
much-
You
No,
said
that's
that
pretty
your
much-
boy or woman
No,
will
I
decide.
know.
No, I know
She
that.
knows
No,
her
I've always
body
said
will
that.
start
No,
changing.
I'm like,
Yes, her
Yes.
body will.
Yeah, so basically, exactly, you're saying sense. So what I can say is that sense is a determinant for marriage, according to what she's saying.
Yeah.
So now the issue is
How old
there
is
are
that?
other.
Sense?
It's not just
Can't be
sense.
maturity.
And they're like,
I've seen
there are so
maturity
many.
mindsets.
Yeah, there are like so many mindsets. This guy is harsh. Yeah,
Sense.
there's so many other things that determine marriage, and it's not like so. At what age do you have all those things that make you
Exactly.
ready? So,
Because
yeah.
I would never marry a man that doesn't have, doesn't have a standing. Yeah.
Yeah, like
you
a
know, you don't
structure.
exactly. You can't provide my basic needs. I'm not moving out of my parents' house to
So
go and
I'm gonna
suffer.
apologize.
So,
It's not like-
I'm gonna apologize.
so
I-
your
I
man
want
is
to- I want
your
to
man is
change
responsible
my
for you
initial
once you marry
answer.
him.
Not
Now that
not
I've
fully
processed the
responsible.
question properly. I don't think age.
I do.
Yeah, I think sense.
I think.
Wait,
your
mindset, guys. We said we're going to say mindset.
So wait, you guys need to understand something. No, you guys need to understand something that I keep mentioning this. Age is a determining factor because the older you are, the smarter you are.
No.
Wait, now let me finish this sentence. Come on.
Let me
tell you why I
let
agree
him
to an
finish his
extent.
sentence.
Let me finish this sentence. The older you are, the smarter you are, the more sense you have. That is the simple fact of it. But that is different for everybody. Like the sense you will have at the age of 14 will be less than some people have at the age of 10, and it will be more than some people have at the age of 30.
It's correct.
It is the simple fact. It is different for everybody. So you cannot say this is the age when it's okay for everybody to get married.
Size, no.
Like, it is a factor because
it can't be. Because you just made the point.
You
just made the point.
But let me
guys come on.
but wait.
By the end of the day,
but wait, let me actually say there's one part that
for everyone.
No, there's one part that makes it concrete that age is a determining factor, and that is your biological clock. For almost every human being, one of the reasons they are getting married is to procreate.
I started my period when I was 9. Does that mean I'm ready to marry at 9 years old?
Absolutely
No.
not.
And that's her biological clock. In case
And that is the mindset of some people.
Did I say when you are able? No, wait. When you are able to have children, does that mean you should stop having children?
I learned that from
No, but the thing is, there's a point where you can stop having children, which is why age is a
I want to ask you
determining
guys a
factor.
question.
Okay, hold on. Right.
Like, at what age do you think you're ready for marriage?
I don't have an age for that, to be honest.
If
I had to get married,
This is what I would say. 5 years ago, was I ready? No.
Are you ready now?
Am I ready now? Sort of. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I'll say it to my chest. I'm ready, please.
Are you ready? Or what age do you think?
I'm not ready, and I would say in 2-3 years. Yes.
There's certain things that I feel like I need to achieve first before I can. So
it's
if
not
I've
even
not
an age
achieved those
thing.
things, but I have a timeline for when I plan to achieve all these things, then I feel like I will be ready in that time.
I'm ready for marriage.
I quite frankly am able to.
Kindly apply. Yeah, he's ready.
Like if I'm able to be married, if I have to be married,
Okay, someone to say something. Actually,
but I have no intention to be married until I'm like
wait. Oh wow.
myself 5 even.
So they're talking at the same time. Okay, so guys.
I think you heard me.
Yes, I heard yes. But then, what I was going to say, I want to make reference to something that Khalif was saying that he said he had been saying and we did not listen with all his might. Yeah, he said everybody goes older, smarter with age. I agree, actually. But I think it's, yes. So, I mean, at 20, they are older, they have learned something new. But the question is, at the process at which you're going, if I overtake you, you'll be too behind for me. I don't know if that makes sense.
So it's a race.
So if I'm 22, it's not a race. If I'm 22, right? If I'm 22 and the guy I'm supposed to be seeing is 26 and he's seeming like I'm dating a 19-year-old, that's a problem. I'm 22 and I'm ready. He's 26 and he's
no, but
not.
then what's a 19-year-old? The thing is, I think you're judging 19-year-olds by what you were.
Or what you expect. No, I know from age. What you expect.
The way I see it is, what makes you smarter? Right? Like, it's basically the experiences that you have. I've said that before.
And you will
the
garner more
experiences
experience the older you are.
Exactly. But now, I get
You don't understand. For each person, like, the older you are, the more experience.
Why are you equating experience to being smart? Some people don't
learn from the experiences.
Exactly.
Right.
The thing is, every experience you learn something.
No, not necessarily.
No, you learn something. You might not learn as much as you need to.
Trust me, some people are naturally fixated on what they want.
You might not learn as much as you need to, but
stubborn.
everybody learns something from every
Right. Okay, wait, I want to say something.
Not everybody knows.
Now, Khalif is saying that, you know what, the older you get, the more your experiences shape you. I think at the end of the day, it depends on your background, your nurturing, and every other thing that explains how you would react to your experiences. Now, for example, I'm well off. Dangote is my father, right? And I'm 20 years old, right? The way I would react to money, right, is different from the way I'll be smart with money, depending on how my dad trained me with money. It's different from if my dad was, a carpenter, we're hustling, and I'm 20 years old. If I had 10,000 naira with me, the way the 20-year-old Dangote's daughter will handle 10,000 naira is different from the way
probably
my father as a carpenter will handle 10,000 naira. Now, the way I would manage money is different. Now, does that mean that I have more sense than Dangote's daughter because she doesn't have money to sense?
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Can I give an answer? Okay, so this is the way I see experience. Okay, people will continue to go through the same thing. It doesn't have to be the same characters in that scenario, but people will continue to go through the same thing until they learn from that particular circumstance. No, it doesn't have to be enough. They learn, okay? Because you have to take one thing from every experience that you go
now
through.
let's look at the simple term of. Are you still saying something? Sorry.
So I just lost my.
I'm
so sorry. I want to hear.
Let me hear what you want to say.
Because I want to say something about Fumi's point, right? I because making reference to the Dangote thing and then like a carpenter, like different places in life. I feel like with the different places in life, different things now make you ready for marriage. Okay. So like at the age of 20, as a carpenter's daughter, what you're looking for, let's say you're looking for or what you're saying that you're not ready, you're probably just like finishing school, you're still looking for a job. At that point, you're looking for stability. You're looking for, if someone is coming up to you, you want someone that already has a job, that is settled, not someone that is hustling with you and is NYSC. For a 20-year-old Dangote's daughter, she can decide to marry then and be okay. She'll be ready.
I don't agree to that. I
she can decide to marry
she's smart
then.
enough. I do feel like she is.
So, no, what I'm saying is that because...
Exactly.
No, what I'm saying is that...
That's just a scenario.
I'm saying because she has
in the world we live in,
she doesn't.
Let me tell you why marriage. Let me tell you why I'm not
marriage.
equating money to marriage for. Like the example you are giving is, she already has money. So money is not... Sure, money is not really something she's thinking of because it's there, she's used to it. So you have no idea what she's going through. Some people want to get married. Some people get married because they just want to get out of their house situation. They're not going to room me anymore. That's that one. There are some people that literally...
because your man will probably want to rule you.
Some people literally don't want to get married in the next 10 years. Like, they just feel like, you know what, this marriage is not for me. Maybe because they've seen a wrong example, what they've read. Now, back to the point I was making before about learning. Sometimes people don't even want to learn. Like, if you... that's why sometimes being an introvert, if you don't have the right habits, you won't learn anything. If you're an introvert and you're reading books, watching things online, content, everything, you learn. Some people are just literally doing the same thing. So if you're learning from maybe somebody betrayed you, not really learning shit.
And to be fair,
so that's a digression.
You are.
Just because you don't value that knowledge does not mean
Well, for marriage, I just feel like...
No, for marriage, actually, do you know you're actually wrong? Because for marriage, you need real-life human being experiences.
Reading is real life.
No, when you read, when you acquire knowledge. No, when you read books. When you read
adequately learn from another's experience.
Yes, listen to this. When you read books, you acquire knowledge. But when you experience something, you have...
I'm not assuming, like, you cannot learn from another's experience.
Okay, for example, now, listen, guys, listen.
No, you can.
Listen, you can. You can.
You cannot learn
a lot of my relationship experience that I talk about is based on...
You can learn more from... Nikki.
I'm talking for myself, you know? You can't talk for me, you know that, right?
I know I can't.
I'm just saying.
I have to clarify my statement because you people seem to be twisting it. You can learn more from another's experience than some people will learn from their own experience. But you cannot learn more from another's experience than you will learn more from your own personal experience.
Let me tell you why I was making that point. We're talking about age, right? So imagine somebody is going at a pace of, is in his 20s. And he's limiting himself in terms of, we're talking about marriage between two different people. So we're talking about a 22-year-old girl who is out there, she's learning stuff, and a 30-year-old man who is restricting his learning. Do you believe that you can restrict
your learning?
Yes, you agree to that? So how is age a factor? That's my point. How can age be a factor?
Now, let me explain.
Somebody has a habit that is not
let me explain in very
stubborn.
Because he's growing older. He's growing older, but he's still on the same.
Do you agree that happens?
He just hasn't left a
mostly with men
that you consider valid enough. But he has learned. He is smarter than he was when he was.
Wait, okay, you guys. I think I want to ask you a question. Do you think? Wait, the perception we have about people at a certain age. Do we agree that if someone is 20, the person should at least, like, do we have all those should at least understand these things. When you're 30, you should at least be living on your own. You should at least.
I feel like there's an age where you should start preparing yourself.
Like, I'm not the only person talking. Alright, you can leave me fuck alone.
I was staying by myself for the past few years now. But I remember the initial thing that pushed me. I was in my house, somebody chased me. Nobody chased me from my house. You get free light, free everything.
Exactly.
But not like because I'm just reading something online, but just general perception. Like, okay, you know what? You're a man, you're done with uni, you're working. Why don't you live by yourself? Okay. And I went for it. It's hard. I could afford it, but it's freaking hard.
You
and I have no choice because I'm used to it now. But my point is, sometimes it's not about the age.
But we're saying that. But have you ever heard yourself say, he's 35 and he still lives with his parents?
Okay, can I clarify?
Have you heard yourself? Let's be honest.
I feel there's
certain expectations when he gets to a certain age.
No, can I just?
If I want to be honest, I would say before. Now that I know, if I can do without rent, it's fine.
Do you guys think?
I know what I can use that money to do. I'm just saying.
Do you guys think it's because of the culture that we have here in Africa that age is such an important thing?
Yeah, it's a societal thing, isn't it? Because you see people abroad that they'll be like, maybe the guy will probably find love when they're 40.
I feel like it is more.
And why is it that it's the middle age of the 20s? That's always where it starts.
So
it is not a mistake that I know a lot of people that got married between the ages of 24, 25, 26. It's not by mistake. It's not because it's just a coincidence.
And it's because
programming.
And it's because marriage is no longer
people.
And it's because marriage is no longer about companionship in these parts. Because usually, like sometimes when it's about status. Prosperity is about status. It's about child rearing. It's about connection. But what is the reason for getting married in the first place? I would want to get married to have a companion.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Somebody that I love. Somebody that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't happen for everybody like that. Because there's also this thing of, maybe you lost the love of your life at some point for some stupid reason. Maybe you didn't have sense at the age you were supposed to have sense, or maybe he died, right? And then it gets to a point where you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm alone. Or maybe you're even widowed. You get like maybe you married somebody at first and it didn't work out, whatever, or the person died, and then you had to marry somebody else. At that point, you are marrying for a different reason. It's no longer because of maybe not companionship. Maybe you're marrying because of societal. It might just still be companionship. Exactly, but there's levels to it.
Personal reasons. Like for me, I would actually want to marry early because I want to be able to celebrate it, by the grace of God, of course, a longer time with my partner. Because the older you get, the less time you get to celebrate together. So if you meet someone at 35, the likelihood of spending 50 years together is huge, because that's 85.
10 years into marriage, you probably won't feel like you want to spend another 50 years.
What I'm saying is that, I'm just saying my opinion. Like, I want to be able to get married at 25, 26. Because me, I'm thinking, because I want to be done giving birth before I'm 30, because I want, like, for me, it's
I wanted to marry when I wanted to marry when I was 21,
so
finish having children at 25, but you know what? Shit happens.
But do you think,
I was done with uni. I was 19 when I was finished with uni. I was already working when I was 21. I was ready, guys.
Do you think
I just want to be done with kids at the age of 40 or so.
Right.
So marriage is not really the thing, maybe reproduction. Because the truth is, I'm not going to get married if I don't think it's the right thing. I think
Do you think that there is, because of our culture, there is a certain age that you should start nudging yourself to start preparing?
Absolutely, because we'll be deceiving ourselves.
I think it's the parents.
We'll be deceiving ourselves. We just want to move away from our culture. Culture is what shapes us at the end of the day. You can tweak some things. But at the end of the day, you can form. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, you care to an extent.
Exactly. Because you're going to care about what your kids are trying to say to you. Like, it's a ripple effect.
I feel like for most parents, by the age of 24, 25, their daughters should be married and out of the house.
They start getting concerned.
My parents started praying for me at the age of 20.
I think concern starts from
Lord, her husband, whoever she is.
24.
Concern is like from 22.
For guys, by 26, they should start seeing signs that you are attempting.
I think mostly it's not. Now, let's get back to the age factor.
Yeah.
I think for most parents, it's not just about age. It's you're done with uni, you're working.
Nah.
So for a guy, even if you were 30, okay, imagine if you're a guy, you're 30, you're still in uni. You had a delay with your studies, or you're probably doing a PhD or whatever. You're still in uni and you're 30. Your parents will pressure you to get married. No, somebody
it's not true.
No, now.
The one is pressure.
But
One is
when
when
you are 12,
you
they would pressure you.
Why you don't have a job?
Some parents will pressure you.
In fact,
Other parents that
They will pressure you to get out to get a job first, not to get married. Not to get married.
No, see, let me tell you.
Some parents
so if you're a woman and you finished uni 8 or 21, and you're 22 or 23, you're working. Your parents already know that you're working. They're not going to stop pressuring you for marriage until...
Let me tell you a story. You don't do this.
Let me tell you a story. You don't know that.
When I was doing for my master's...
22 is like a baby for some parents.
Listen, when I was... Some parents, not all parents.
Curfews.
Trust me.
Answer the question, please, if you don't mind.
Let me tell you my house. Why you coffee until you're married?
They don't want to.
Exactly. Because you're a woman.
Except because they don't want you to seem wayward, so you don't now say, oh, because you're all over the place, then nobody will want to marry you. Exactly.
You're working.
Yes.
I just have pressuring for marriage.
They don't pressure me, but they make comments that make
tell you
that tell me something about that.
I want us to learn from. Why don't you just give me an example?
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. My parents would say, you guys should bring, Ira, you should bring your boyfriend to the house. Let's meet him. Oh, my children, you don't want to bring your boyfriend to the house. They always say things like that. My dad will now say, oh, don't let your mommy go to the mountain to start praying for you. Let's meet your boyfriend. All this kind of stuff.
Let me tell you mine. Let me tell you mine. When I was going for my master's, I was 22 or 21, I can't remember. And then I was already working before then. And then I said to my dad that I was going, and he's like, you need to bring your boyfriend.
Sign.
Because my dad is kind of weird. So he's like, you need to bring your boyfriend to sign, just to make sure that, just so we're sure that you come back, so you don't just go and go and just act like you don't have a family anymore. You know what I mean? And my dad said, bring your boyfriend so that he can sign, so that we can have somebody to communicate with here, so that like that's a link to you that you are emotionally attached to. This was when I was just 21 going on 22, guys.
I'm happy real life people, real life examples, and I'm not.
Wait, let me explain to you.
That,
I remember when I was younger.
I have other examples as well. That's what I'm saying.
When I was younger, literally, we were asking my dad, "Oh, when are you allowed to start dating?" Of course, my dad was overreacting. He was like, "You cannot date till you're 21." And then I asked my mom, "When do you think we should get married or date?" My mom said, "By the grace of God, by 21, if you can marry." And we used to even make a joke about, "Oh, I said when it's February and I turn 21, God will bring the man, and then we'll date. And before it's February next year, I'll have gotten married for their ages to align." But the thing is, I finished uni at 18. I can't remember, 18 or 19. I served. I've been working for almost 1.5 years, and I just turned 22. Right? Everybody I know.
Why are you not married?
I swear. So it was. Have you to be honest, have you finished school? Yes. NYS Inco. Yes. I'm done it. You just remains to get a job. Oh, I have a job. I've been working for a while.
I say, let me tell you what the gag is. You know that. Anyway, so yeah, my daddy recently renovated the house, and so when people ask him, oh, why are you renovating now? He'll say, I'm getting ready for my in-laws. And like, obviously I'm the girl. So all these shots that he keeps throwing, but my daddy is not one to put pressure on you, but he'll make those tiny little comments.
Yes.
I feel like African parents these days, especially like, I feel like they wouldn't exactly, especially educated and exposed ones, they wouldn't exactly say, oh, you need to marry tomorrow or whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, they would, you know.
Okay. You guys, let's supposed to take our shots. Oh, yeah.
Well, I already did mine.
Alright. Oh, guys, that was so good. That was really good.
Shut up. Yeah. So, like, African parents would literally just give you, like, subtle jabs, yeah? But at the same time, they wouldn't want to put too much pressure. They want you to do it right. Yes. Right? They want you to do it, but still they want you to do it. At the end of the day as well, apart from age, right? You can say you're ready, but the person that will marry you is the person ready. That's another thing.
Exactly. Like,
because you're marrying somebody else, right? So it doesn't just boil down to only you.
And sometimes you think
especially as a woman, you're not making the decision alone. You're waiting for somebody to ask you.
Exactly. And sometimes sometimes you think that you feel the other person is not ready to marry you.
Exactly.
Like you are ready, but you don't think he's in a place.
Yeah, where he can.
Sometimes it might even just be like these people don't want to marry each other. They're ready for marriage. They keep talking about it, but they're just not ready for each other.
So at the end of the day, it's not just about
it's about the other.
That's why
that's a relationship problem. What do you mean?
You guys talk about it in the bathroom or something, you know that. You want to marry me? You want to marry me?
No, guys. They already. You already. No, you already.
Listen.
We'll stage it.
What is that?
No way.
Trust me. You can get him from it.
Look at his Instagram. No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. You discuss and say, no, they don't act it somewhere. You discuss and say, I think we're, like, you discuss and like, we're already on.
No, but that's like,
I just want to say that sometimes
people have done introduction.
Like
some people have done introduction. Some people have even done introduction before the proposal.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that the proposal.
Which is very weird. So that means you crying because I saw someone she cried and that.
You guys. Oh my God. Let me say no. The crying.
Sorry.
Let me talk. The crying is not because he's asking you to marry him. You already know that you guys are going to settle down together. It's the thought he puts behind the proposal. So you guys are already saying yes, I'm going to marry him. You surprise. Wait, I know we're going off, but we no, I'm just trying to tell you that you don't act it out. You have to surprise your baby.
No, it's dramatic.
You have to surprise your baby and be particular about it. But let's go back.
Like, why would you cry? That's BS. It's dramatic. Too dramatic.
No. You guys, I bet Fumi is going to be. I bet Fumi is going to be. Oh my God, I did not expect.
If you propose to me in public, you're embarrassing me, and I'm not finding it funny.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm not finding it funny. You'll be so happy. You'll be so happy.
I will be happy, but you ruined the moment for me. I don't want a public proposal, but we're all different. The same way.
And it's something that you should.
I don't know why you men think that everything you want is women.
I
don't want a public proposal. The same way I don't want a public wedding. I know if
you just go from zero straight.
Okay, I know. Someone was arguing with me as well, saying, "Oh, you want a public." I'm like, everybody wants different things. The fact that you want it doesn't mean I want it. I don't want that.
If it's truly a surprise, sometimes
you are just appreciative.
It's the motive behind it. I can actually go through all this for me.
Yeah, it's like
imagine it brought some people like fake Nigerian Mex. I'm dramatized now. So fake Nigerian. Nigerian Mexicans, like you know that this was like Yoruba people or whatever, and you see them playing, you know, like just acting like they're not actually playing anything. Maybe it's like a Beats headphone that is really playing the song, and you not come to your office. You just be like, wow. At some point you might cry. I understand.
No, you might not. I would laugh my head off.
But my own is that she'll know that's coming. She'll know it's coming that week.
No.
Would have spoken about it in the bathroom. I am not
that
week. When you decide you that week, not when. But that's
I'm
not.
Joking,
yeah, but that's not true. But I think that's actually a serious thing. So you might be dating someone and you actually genuinely love this person, but then you get to an age where you're ready. You think, oh, I think I can cook. I think I can handle laundry and the balance of house and work.
Sorry.
That's her preference.
Feminist. Hold on.
Backtrack. This is Kumi's personal.
My personal opinion.
I remember when I think her name already showed under her face.
I just have to find that out.
It was leaking.
We all don't agree to cooking and stuff being the reason to be ready for marriage.
So applicants that are applying for me, just know that you need to be able to cook by yourself.
Exactly.
From that, I'm just saying, for me as a woman, I don't plan to sit in the house and cook for you all day, but I want to be able to cook for my husband, even if it means.
I cook because I like to eat.
Do
you want me to answer or not? I will cook for my man. That's not a problem. I will cook for my man as well and my children. And I will cook for myself. But to be honest, it's not a criteria. I'm cooking for you because I care about you. I don't think it's my
it's not my duty. But like I'm saying, something I want to do. I want to be able to manage.
That's why you're married.
You should know how to cook because you like to eat. That's how you should. A man should learn to cook.
No, you don't know. Sorry. Wait.
You marry because you care about him, right?
She's saying the reason why she's learning to cook
is
to marry.
That's
not why she learns to cook.
I did not say that.
In no way did she say that.
In no way did she say that.
I think I got the feminist out in her space. Let's keep over this cooking thing. My point is about marriage and age, guys. I'm saying that regardless of the reason why I feel I'm not ready now is that at my age, I feel like I still haven't learned how to manage everything at the same time. I want to be able to manage my work, my family. I want to be able to make sure my house is completely neat. Like, I need to be able to balance everything. And I feel like at this point, I'm still figuring shit out. Yeah. So I think at the age where you feel like, oh, you can do everything you want to bring to the table in a marriage, then you're ready. But you know, because the problem with your partner.
The thing is, you're never fully ready. That's another thing.
Do we not agree that
you're never
because we've been going for over 30 minutes now, and no one has stated a single age, which means the original answer to your question is
there's no age.
There's no age. As long as wait, we need to point out that there's a minimum age.
No.
We need to point out that there's a minimum age.
Is there a maximum age?
There's no maximum age. There's no maximum. If you find love at 50, by all means.
Oh, you guys actually want to digress, but still the same thing. What if? No judgment, guys. What if? This is not my opinion, guys. Disclaimer.
Go on.
What if at the age of like 25, you actually fall in love, or you feel like you're ready to connect with somebody that is now 45 but hasn't gotten married?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, that's not a problem. I feel like age is nothing.
25.
But
it's our culture that's making you think that it's
there's a problem.
Yeah,
like,
there's a
the only
problem.
reason why
I feel like that's right.
Yeah, I feel like
because it's more achieved. Because everybody, people know the thing is, people want you to suffer.
You mean the
in
world's
Nigeria.
culture?
So people want you to. People believe that they are not happening with somebody. Then it's a problem. But if you have a
you guys, wait, chill. I like for me. Wait, sorry.
Even in the Western world, the people are judged for.
Yeah, they're judged for marrying.
But you guys, I like this point.
But they're more accepting about stuff
that's
because
because
they
everybody
do weird
things.
But they are still judging.
Yeah, you can judge someone doesn't mean you have to put yourself in.
But the point
I like what Fumi was saying.
But the point still is, Nigerians like you to suffer, right? So they believe that if you're not climbing the ladder with somebody, or like if people are not hustling together, even if you are marrying somebody that is way well off than you. For example, you don't have as much money. Maybe your dad is just like, and you want to marry a well off guy. They say you're marrying the person because of the money. You know, even if you guys actually found love together.
Yeah.
So if you marry a guy that is 45, people will always judge you. They would say, oh, for example, you're marrying him because he has money, or because he's made or whatever. But you can find love with him.
And that's a good
as long as you're not 13 or 14.
That's a very good point. That's where I'm going, because
I think what is the age? What is the age of consent in Nigeria?
That's the question I want to use. I feel like because I'm sitting right next to you.
You guys are connected.
Yeah, that's
right.
You took that from my mouth. And go for it.
What's the age of consent in Nigeria? I think it's 21, right?
No, it's not.
It's 18.
What's it?
18, it's 13.
It used to be 13 one time.
Let me tell you why it's still 13. It actually used to be 13, yeah. Then they made it 18. But the people that are marrying those less than 18 are still not being punished. So it's obviously 13. In France it's 15. In England it's 16.
To get married,
in the United States
it's
age of consent. When you can start having
sexual
sex.
consent.
When you can start having
Which is
sex.
basically the only thing that
And
people
obviously,
really
if
frown
we're
upon in
saying,
marriage.
I'm going to use the word pedophile because I think if you're at the age of 13, you have no business.
Well,
in no circumstance.
I want to just want to
Can I just finish my point and I'll let you go?
Okay, go on then.
In no situation, no matter how your upbringing is, no matter what your circumstance is, in no situation should a 13-year-old be ready for marriage.
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
Sense.
I've seen a 13-year-old that looks like a 7-year-old.
They should be in school.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I've seen a 13-year-old that looks like a woman.
Like,
so it's not about their physical attributes, they're just perverts. They're perverts that are trying to touch small girls. That's just what it is.
You guys are passionate topic for
it is because I've seen one thing. I saw it happen when I was in primary school.
I've seen a 35-year-old that looks
and they
like a
took this girl
14-year-old.
away in front of us. This is real life. I saw this thing. And when it happened, in my mind I was just like, because it's funny how I already knew that was an outside thing. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be tribalist or anything. But it wasn't so much of a surprise. I was like, okay, her name was Musa. That was her name. Primary 5. She wasn't 5 years old. We're in primary 5. And the big brother was like a year above us. The guy was still a small boy like us. Do you get it? And his younger sister is going for marriage. So I just feel that, I don't agree to age being a defining factor, but under no circumstance should a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, to me, just because 18 seems to be the age you can vote. I like to use that vote because I feel like if you can vote, you're adding a great part to the.
You can make a decision.
Exactly. So
you're part of the decision makers
so if
of
the
the
same
country.
legislators are saying that 18 is the age you can decide when you're going to have a leader, or whoever's going to
Yeah, exactly. It should be.
Then why shouldn't?
Why
would you make a 13-year-old? I'm sorry if I'm getting, but it's just very.
Because even at that point, she's probably not the one choosing.
And I've heard people make points. I've heard people make points like, oh, if you're 13, you can menstruate. That's baloney. That's exactly what the couple. Because I learned from. I don't know if it was one of you that was telling me.
I was menstruating when I was 9.
I didn't know that sometimes your nutrition, like what you eat.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know that until.
You need to even expose yourself to like people that are exposed to like sexual things early.
Because I'm a man and I don't know this, but I know that some people start at certain ages. Please, under no circumstances.
Wow, you guys, they can just use this to advocate for something else. Can you for you?
Yes, child, not bride.
Oh, okay, so
that's
you guys,
what I'm advocating for. If you don't mind.
Can we take a shot to child, not bride?
Child, not bride.
Let's do that.
All right, so at the end of the day,
I think we all can agree.
I think when you're done with school, basically, that's kind of basic, because at the end of the day, when you marry, and
when you're done with school,
it's not when you're done with school. People marry in school. You're starting another conversation.
Yeah, but at least I'm saying like at least we're done with secondary school. When you've gotten basic education, because education is important, right?
Yes,
when you've gotten basic education,
so I think it's going to be the last shot, right?
This
so let's
is
do
the
the
last
proper
shot.
way. So we are all agreeing.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's really nice of you that you didn't drink all the way. About to drink for this. I like the fact that
I'm just going to hold it, you guys. You know.
Oh my God, it's not what I'm saying. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
we all agree
that
if you are not at least 18,
yes.
there's no reason why marriage should be in conversation.
Can I mention? I wanted to say something about.
I want us to drink to that first.
Okay, let's
thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, lovely. I have to do that.
Every just makes me sweat anyhow.
You know my guy.
You were going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say about 18. I genuinely don't feel like 18-year-olds should marry. I've met 16-year-olds who had the maturity to be able to be married. I've met them, I've talked to them, but like they weren't ready. I still didn't feel like they were ready.
How old were you at that point?
Are you trying to marry them?
No, I think it was.
You just used that word married.
No, I'm saying like they had the maturity. They were mature. They weren't passive aggressive. They didn't do things because...
But that's not a determinant.
Wait now. Like this person had maturity to understand their situation. They felt like the kind of... If you had a problem with someone, they would communicate with you.
So if someone doesn't do that, you mean this is not mature?
I genuinely don't feel like if you do not feel
that's
like
why there are
you
different
can
types of
communicate.
people.
No,
like,
you have to be able to...
Wait, you guys.
Some people
All right, guys. We're coming to a conclusion. Sorry. All right, guys.
Like you guys didn't let me finish.
I think it's fair.
After he finishes,
because I stopped so that you guys can talk. I didn't talk.
Go on, Khalif.
No.
I just don't like the fact that this is the last thing.
No, that's not the last thing.
You guys can
This is not the
talk.
last thing we're going to continue.
It's fine.
Now, I dated a 35-year-old, and this woman was not like she was a good person. She had money. She could cook. She could take care of herself. But this woman was not ready for marriage.
I feel like you're saying she was not ready emotionally for you.
No, it wasn't for me.
Or
like,
she wasn't ready for another person
for
to be
another
in her space.
person to be
in her space.
Like every
I'm very well you said because
it's for you.
Women too are smart as well.
Exactly.
Men think women are smart as well.
She probably wasn't ready for
she was just she was just emotionally not ready.
No, that might be what she would just present.
I'm not saying because I wasn't looking for someone to marry. This is just me making an objective observation. And she got angry at every little thing, and she doesn't tell you when she's angry. She does passive aggressive things, and then she has so many other adults
married people.
They were not ready for marriage. Those people are not ready for marriage. Even if they're married, doesn't mean they're not ready. They're ready for marriage.
I totally disagree.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this. I feel like we've all agreed that age is not a determinant.
No,
I disagree.
It's not. Yeah.
Khalif doesn't agree to that.
I don't like the fact, but he has not given us an age.
Wait,
what? Given us an age.
There is no specific. There's no specific age.
That means
I feel like
that means you're saying no. I'm sorry. I just like us to have a context.
No, wait. There's no specific age, but he thinks age is still a factor.
Yes.
Finish.
Okay.
Alright, so on defense, basically.
Oh, you guys. I see the problem. Factor and determinant are two different things.
Exactly.
It's one of the factors, but it's not a determinant. It doesn't determine.
Determinant. It was determinant.
Yeah. So what's the answer? It's not a determinant.
So the answer is no.
So we all agree. You guys will agree. So I think finally, we're taking a shot. No, guys.
To the party.
Exactly. But now we're just going to take a shot to our viewers for sitting and watching.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe, like, comment. Call dead. I beg.
And please drink responsibly. It's very important.
Drink responsibly.
Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and take medication.
Don't drink and text.
Don't drink and take medication.
Hey, don't drink and text
your ex.
Don't text your ex.
Text your ex sometimes.
Why?
Don't text your ex if your ex is in another relationship.
Don't text your ex.
Like, why are you texting your ex, fam?
Because you miss them.
Texting.
People. Like,
you guys. All right, to the viewers.
Come back.
To the viewers.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Subscribe.
Like.